Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Secretary Blinken, for being here with us, and it's good to see you. The Biden administration has highlighted the Indo-Pacific as critical to U.S. national security. And in the Biden national security strategy, the Indo-Pacific's importance is highlighted, stating, quote, "No region will be of more significance to the world and to everyday Americans than the Indo-Pacific," end quote. Yet, in the fiscal year 2024 diplomatic programs budget, the East Asian and Pacific Affairs was the fourth largest bureau. So why is it that the department is saying that the Indo-Pacific is the most important region, but treating it as the fourth most important?
Well, I think one of the things, thank you, Congressman. I think you're exactly right that for us, this is in many ways the most dynamic, fastest growing region in the world. We know that's generated about 75% of economic growth in recent years. Trading partners, investment partners, and obviously strategically, usually important. And we are a Pacific nation ourselves.
Sure.
But precisely because of that, we have infused the work that we are doing in the Indo-Pacific across all of our bureaus. Mm-hmm. And so as a result of that, we have in bureaus like the European Affairs Bureau now expertise on the Indo-Pacific so that they can work, for example, with colleagues in Europe to make sure that we are coordinated and that we're approaching these issues in the same way together.
So I want to know what resources you intend to use and devote to supporting human rights, like in Xinjiang, and stopping the genocide of Uyghurs and other ethnic minorities by the CCP.
So
that's an important area for me.
Yes, I agree with you, and I think this is, again, a central focus of our diplomacy. We have put a spotlight on the genocide being committed against Uyghurs and other minorities in Xinjiang, the abuses that are being committed. We, of course, have declared it such. Mm-hmm. We have rallied other countries to sanction China for the actions that it's taking there, which has resulted in reactions from Beijing against those countries, including the use of economic coercion, which we're also combating. We have our own human rights report that I personally put out every single year, including last week, that, among other things, continues to highlight this and expose it.
Thank you for continuing to highlight that. Thank you so much. And I want to talk about the very important issue, too, in Taiwan area. You know, last year, I spearheaded and got signed into law the Arms Exports Delivery Solutions Act that calls upon the State Department to find ways to expedite arms sales to Taiwan. And in your budget, you propose a budget increase for the Bureau of Political Military Affairs that oversees arms sales and foreign military sales. So what is the State Department's plan to use that proposed increase in budget to speed up the arms sales to Taiwan? I mean, we are thankful that the Biden administration has stated that we will allow Taiwan to purchase more, but I think that just underscores the need to deliver what they already purchased and pay for.
Yeah, I very much appreciate that, and I also appreciate what you did. One of the things that we've worked on and that I've directed the Assistant Secretary of State for Political and Military Affairs to do is to look at what we can do as our part of the process to streamline the work that we're doing on arms sales for a couple of reasons. One, as you've noted, because it's so critically important in the case of Taiwan to make sure that it has the means to deter and defend against any possible aggression. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, we also have countries now in different parts of the world that are rethinking long-standing relationships with other countries, particularly Russia, and are looking to see what direction they might move in. Part of that goes to making sure that they have the equipment that they need to defend themselves, and that often goes to us. So we're looking at this across the board. I will say that, first, if you look at what's going on, the longest pole in the tent when it comes to this is production. Now, there are process issues that are real and that we're working to streamline, but principally, the longest pole in the tent by far is the actual production for a whole variety of reasons. There's a big focus on that. In our case,
I appreciate that, but I do have one important issue
please.
that I want to bring up, but I do want to also thank you, but please find out what the delay is, and then let's deliver what they already pay for. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But Evan Hernandez is an LA-based attorney who was wrongfully detained in Venezuela in March 2022. Last year, I signed a letter led by Representative Baz and Barragan calling on the President Biden to take the necessary steps to bring Evan home. So can you provide me with an update on this wrongful detention and steps the your administration is taking to secure his release.
Yeah, I share your determination to bring him home, to bring any wrongfully detained American home. I actually spoke with the family myself. I think it was in late January. We have a team that I think you know well that engages with the family on a very regular basis, led by Roger Karstens. He and the head of our Venezuela Affairs Unit have been to Venezuela on multiple occasions to try to secure the release of those who are being wrongfully detained. As you know, we were able to bring home a number of Americans who had been wrongfully detained by Venezuela. We will continue that effort until we bring Ivan and any others home.
Thank you.
I thank you.